Did you know there are small fishing villages in Japan where people live well past 90, yet still walk miles, garden daily, and climb stairs without knee pain? Their secret isn't fancy medicine, it's hidden in their kitchen. I'm Dr. Howard Tucker, and after decades studying longevity, I've seen countless diets come and go. But the Japanese approach to food is different. It's not about restriction. It's about nourishment that protects the body from aging. Today, we're uncovering 7 powerful anti-aging foods every senior should know. And joining me is someone who doesn't just study this. He's lived it for more than a century. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Japanese physician, longevity expert, and still practicing medicine past 100. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Tucker. It's a joy to be here. And you're right. The way we age has more to do with what's on our plate than most people realize.
Dr. Hinohara, let's start with the obvious question. If there are 7 powerful foods in Japan that slow aging, which one deserves the spotlight first?
I would begin with miso. It looks humble, just a fermented soybean paste, but inside it carries centuries of wisdom and modern science. Miso is the foundation of Japanese meals. Seniors in Okinawa and on the main islands eat it daily, not as a supplement, not as a trend, but as tradition.
Many of our listeners may think of miso soup as a restaurant starter, but you're saying this tiny bowl is actually a shield against aging?
Exactly. Fermentation transforms soybeans into something the body can use more easily. It fills the gut with beneficial bacteria. That's critical, because gut health drives everything from immunity to brain function. In seniors, where the immune system weakens and inflammation rises, miso brings balance back.
So we're talking about probiotics, the same way yogurt supports digestion?
Yes, but miso offers more. It is packed with isoflavones, natural compounds that protect cells from oxidative damage. Think of oxidative damage like rusting inside the body. Over time, it stiffens arteries, weakens skin, and clouds memory. Isoflavones slow that rust. And studies from Japan have shown seniors who eat miso regularly have lower blood pressure, stronger arteries, and sharper cognitive scores.
That's fascinating, because in the West, soy sometimes gets a bad reputation. People worry it may disrupt hormones.
That's a misunderstanding. The type of soy matters. Fermented soy, like miso or natto, interacts differently with the body than highly processed soy products. In fact, in moderate amounts it balances hormones, particularly estrogen, which protects bones and heart health in seniors. For women after menopause, miso can be a gentle ally.
So one simple bowl of soup could help with digestion, protect memory, and even keep bones from weakening?
Correct. And the beauty is, miso isn't complicated. You don't need a chef. You simply dissolve a spoonful into warm water, add scallions or tofu, and you have a healing broth. Many Japanese centenarians start their mornings this way. It warms the body, rehydrates after sleep, and primes the gut for the day.
I love that image. A quiet kitchen, steam rising from a small bowl, and with it, decades of extra life.
Exactly. Food should not only feed the body, but also comfort the spirit. That's another reason miso is powerful. Seniors who keep this ritual describe feeling grounded. Routine itself becomes medicine.
And there's something important here for our audience. We're not talking about exotic superfoods shipped across the globe. This is accessible. Miso paste is found in most grocery stores now.
Yes, and it is affordable. Longevity does not require wealth. It requires consistency. Eat a small portion daily, and the compounds build up over time. The microbiome shifts, inflammation lowers, and the body ages more gracefully.
Doctor, what about salt? Some listeners may worry miso is too high in sodium.
A good question. The salt is balanced by the fermentation and the portion size. A teaspoon or two a day is not harmful. In fact, studies in Japan show that miso does not raise blood pressure the way processed salt does because of the other compounds present. The synergy makes the difference.
That's reassuring. So, miso soup isn't just comfort food. It's scientifically proven anti-aging food.
Precisely. When I counsel my patients, I remind them that small daily habits matter more than rare dramatic efforts. One bowl of miso every morning is more powerful than a month of supplements you forget to take.
That's the perfect way to start this journey. Miso as the first of 7 foods every senior should know. Where should we go next on our list, Doctor?
Next, we'll move to something from the sea, another cornerstone of Japanese longevity.
You said we're heading to the sea for the next food. That already makes me curious. What's the secret from the ocean that helps Japanese seniors stay young?
Seaweed. In Japan, we call it nori, wakame, or kombu, depending on the variety. It may look simple, but seaweed is one of the most nutrient-dense foods on Earth. For seniors, it's like a natural multivitamin, but one that works in harmony with the body.
I can almost hear some of our listeners reacting, seaweed? Isn't that just sushi wrapping?
That's the common image, yes. But in Japan, seaweed is everywhere. In soups, salads, even sprinkled over rice. It's light but powerful. It carries iodine, magnesium, calcium, and antioxidants, all of which protect seniors from the silent accelerators of aging.
Let's pause on iodine. That's usually tied to thyroid health, right?
Correct. The thyroid is like the body's engine regulator. Without enough iodine, the thyroid slows down, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and even cognitive fog. For seniors, that's dangerous because these symptoms are often mistaken for normal aging. A little seaweed daily supports the thyroid and keeps metabolism steady.
That's remarkable. So something as thin as a paper sheet of nori could be guarding against sluggishness and brain fog?
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. Seaweed is rich in fucoidans, unique compounds that lower inflammation, protect blood vessels, and even enhance immune defense. Japanese studies have shown that seniors who eat seaweed regularly have lower rates of heart disease and certain cancers.
That's powerful because so many older adults live with chronic inflammation, arthritis, stiff joints, even swelling that never seems to go away.
Yes. Inflammation is the silent fire behind aging. Seaweed is one of the few foods that cools this fire naturally. Its antioxidants, like fucoxanthin, directly protect cells from damage. Some studies even show benefits for skin elasticity, keeping the skin firm and hydrated.
So we're talking about a food that supports the thyroid, eases inflammation, protects the heart, and even keeps skin youthful. That's an anti-aging powerhouse.
Precisely. And the best part is, seaweed is easy to use. A strip of nori with a snack, a handful of wakame rehydrated in soup, even kombu simmered in broth. These small touches add up. Japanese elders aren't eating seaweed as a superfood. They're eating it as part of their daily rhythm.
I like that word, rhythm, because in the West, people often chase health in extremes. a big detox, a 30-day challenge. But what you're describing is subtle, consistent, and sustainable.
That's the essence of longevity. Not force, but flow. And seaweed teaches this lesson beautifully, a little each day, nourishing the body quietly, like a tide that never stops moving.
Doctor, I have to ask. Some seniors may worry, what about heavy metals in seaweed? We sometimes hear warnings about that.
A valid concern. The key is moderation and variety. Japanese seniors eat small amounts, not large piles. And they mix types, nori, wakame, kombu. The benefits of minerals and antioxidants far outweigh the risk when seaweed is consumed in traditional portions. In fact, modern testing shows that quality seaweed from clean waters is very safe.
That makes sense. Balance, not excess. And for seniors who may never have tried it, would you suggest starting with something simple, like miso soup with a few strands of wakame?
Perfect. That's how many Japanese children begin. And those habits carry through life, giving them the resilience we admire in our elders.
So, food number 2 is seaweed. Small, thin, sometimes overlooked, yet one of the strongest allies against aging.
Exactly. And when paired with the miso we discussed earlier, it creates a synergy. Fermentation supporting the gut, minerals supporting the thyroid, together building a body that resists decline.
I love how this is unfolding. We're not just listing foods, we're uncovering a map of how Japanese seniors extend vitality. What comes next on this journey, Doctor?
Next, we leave the sea and return to the land, to a fruit that shines like the sun and carries more vitamin C than an orange.
Doctor, you've set this up perfectly. A fruit brighter than an orange, loaded with vitamin C, and part of Japan's secret to aging gracefully. What are we talking about?
We're talking about persimmons. In Japan, they're called kaki. When they appear in autumn, they fill markets, homes, and lunchboxes. For seniors, they're more than just sweet fruit. They're medicine disguised as dessert.
Persimmons. That's a fruit many of our listeners may have seen, but never tried. What makes it such a powerful anti-aging food?
Vitamin C is the headline here. One persimmon delivers more than half of your daily requirement. But the story goes deeper. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis. Collagen is the protein that keeps skin elastic, joints cushioned, and blood vessels flexible. After 60, collagen production declines sharply. Without it, wrinkles deepen, cartilage thins, and arteries stiffen. Persimmons feed the collagen-making machinery.
So this isn't just about beauty. It's about protecting the skin, the joints, and even the arteries?
Exactly. Think of collagen like scaffolding. It holds the body together. When the scaffolding weakens, the body sags and stiffens. Persimmons provide the raw material to rebuild that scaffolding. That means smoother skin, easier movement, and healthier circulation.
And I imagine there's more than just vitamin C inside.
Correct. Persimmons are packed with polyphenols, plant compounds that fight oxidative stress. Seniors face constant oxidative stress, a kind of internal rust that damages DNA, proteins, and lipids. Persimmons neutralize that stress. In fact, Japanese research shows that eating persimmons regularly lowers blood pressure and supports cholesterol balance.
That's huge, because heart disease is still one of the top threats after 60.
Yes, and persimmons address it from multiple angles. Fiber inside the fruit binds to cholesterol and helps the body flush it. Antioxidants protect arteries from hardening. And the natural sweetness satisfies cravings without spiking blood sugar as harshly as processed desserts.
That's an important point. Many seniors struggle with sugar cravings. They reach for cookies or candy, thinking fruit won't satisfy. But persimmons are naturally rich and sweet.
Exactly. And unlike processed sweets, persimmons carry nutrients and fiber that slow absorption. They're indulgent but healing. I've had patients replace their evening pastry with a sliced persimmon. Within weeks, their digestion improved, their energy leveled, and they felt lighter.
That's inspiring. And I can see how this connects back to Japanese culture. Food isn't just fuel, it's part of a seasonal rhythm.
Yes. In Japan, eating seasonally is considered vital. Persimmons arrive in autumn when the body naturally needs extra vitamin C to prepare for winter infections. Seniors who eat them daily during this season boost immunity and reduce colds. The timing of nature aligns with the needs of the body.
I love that idea. Nature knows what we need if we listen. For seniors here, persimmons may feel unfamiliar. How should they start?
Simple is best. Slice them fresh. Eat them as a snack. They can also be added to salads, paired with spinach or walnuts. Some prefer them dried, which concentrates the sweetness while preserving the antioxidants. The key is to enjoy them regularly, not just once in a while.
Doctor, let's touch on something practical. Some seniors worry about digestion, especially with new fruits. Do persimmons sit well with aging stomachs?
Generally, yes. They're gentle, especially when ripe. The fiber supports bowel regularity, which is a common issue in older adults. For those with sensitive digestion, I suggest starting with small amounts. Over time, the body adapts.
That's reassuring. So, persimmons aren't just tasty. They're medicine for skin, joints, arteries, and digestion.
Precisely. And when combined with the miso and seaweed we discussed earlier, you see a pattern forming. Gut health, mineral balance, collagen production, all being supported by everyday foods. That's how Japanese seniors live long, not just in years, but in vitality.
Beautifully said. 3 foods down, 4 to go. What's next on our journey, Doctor?
Next, we move to the soybean once more, but this time in its most powerful fermented form, natto. Sticky, strong-smelling, and one of the most misunderstood superfoods in the world.
Doctor, you've just mentioned natto. I've heard it's one of the most divisive foods in Japan. Some people swear by it, others can't stand the smell. But you're saying it may be one of the most powerful anti-aging foods?
That's right. Natto is not glamorous. It's sticky, stringy, and carries a strong aroma. But inside, it contains one of the most remarkable compounds discovered in nutrition, natto kinase. This enzyme improves circulation, dissolves small blood clots, and protects the cardiovascular system. For seniors, that means fewer strokes, steadier blood flow, and healthier hearts.
That's incredible. So this isn't just food, it's medicine nature designed.
Exactly. And beyond natto kinase, natto is rich in vitamin K2. This vitamin is rare in Western diets, but common in Japan because of foods like natto. K2 directs calcium into the bones, preventing it from hardening arteries. Without K2, calcium supplements can backfire, stiffening blood vessels instead of strengthening bones. Japanese studies show seniors who eat natto regularly have stronger bones and fewer fractures.
So natto protects both bones and arteries, the two systems that usually weaken most with age.
Correct. That's why it is sometimes called the hidden guardian of longevity. Seniors in regions of Japan where natto is eaten daily live longer, with lower rates of heart disease and osteoporosis.
I imagine many listeners are curious but hesitant. How can they actually eat natto?
Traditionally, it's mixed with a little soy sauce, mustard, or scallions, then served over rice. The flavor grows on you. For those new to it, blending it into miso soup or stirring it into a salad can soften the taste. The key is not quantity, but consistency. Just a small portion, a few times a week, delivers powerful benefits.
That makes it approachable. You don't need to force it, just weave it into meals gently.
Exactly. And for seniors, natto represents more than nutrition. It represents the wisdom of using fermentation to unlock hidden healing. It shows how food, when prepared carefully, can rival the strongest medicines.
That's a powerful perspective. 4 foods in, and each one has shown us that aging gracefully is less about chasing miracles and more about repeating simple, natural habits. What's the 5th food on our list, Doctor?
Next, we turn to the sea again, for one of the most beloved staples in Japan: fish, particularly fatty fish, rich in omega-3s.
Doctor, you've brought us back to the sea, and I think most people already suspect fish plays a big role in Japanese health. But how exactly does it protect seniors from aging?
In Japan, fish isn't a luxury, it's a staple. Mackerel, salmon, sardines. These fatty fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are essential for keeping inflammation low, blood vessels flexible, and brain cells sharp. For seniors, that means protection against heart disease, arthritis, and even memory decline.
So eating fish isn't just about protein. It's about keeping the mind and body young at the same time.
Precisely. Research from Japan and the US shows seniors who eat fish 2 to 3 times a week have lower risks of dementia. Omega-3s help preserve the fatty membranes of brain cells, allowing signals to pass more clearly. That translates to better memory, focus, and even mood stability.
That's powerful, because memory decline is one of the biggest fears after 60.
Yes, and the heart benefits are just as important. Omega-3s reduce triglycerides, lower blood pressure, and prevent blood from clotting too easily. Seniors in fishing villages often live past 90 with strong hearts, not because of pills, but because fish is woven into their daily meals.
And these are simple preparations, right? Not complicated recipes.
Very simple. A grilled sardine with a splash of soy sauce, salmon simmered with miso, mackerel with ginger. The flavors are clean, but the impact is deep. And the bones of small fish like sardines are often eaten too, which adds calcium for stronger bones.
That's brilliant. Seniors get brain protection, heart strength, and bone support all from one food.
Exactly. And unlike red meat, which can fuel inflammation, fish calms the body. Seniors often report lighter digestion, less stiffness, and steadier energy when they replace heavy meats with fish.
So the message is clear. Make fish a friend, especially the oily ones.
Correct. Even 1 or 2 servings a week can shift the trajectory of aging. And when paired with the miso, seaweed, persimmons, and natto we've discussed, it becomes part of a symphony of longevity.
Beautiful. We've covered 5 powerful foods so far. What's the 6th, Doctor?
The 6th is something humble, green, and steeped in centuries of ritual: green tea.
Doctor, now you've mentioned green tea. It seems like such a simple drink, but I know it's deeply tied to Japanese culture. How does it fit into the anti-aging story?
Green tea is more than a beverage. It's a ritual, a medicine, and a shield. Japanese seniors often drink several small cups a day, and research shows it lowers the risk of heart disease, certain cancers, and even cognitive decline. The secret is in compounds called catechins, powerful antioxidants that protect cells from damage.
Catechins. That sounds like the same protective effect we talked about with persimmons, but even more concentrated?
Exactly. Catechins are especially good at reducing inflammation in blood vessels. They keep arteries flexible and reduce the buildup of harmful cholesterol. That means lower risk of stroke and heart attack, two of the biggest threats for seniors.
That's remarkable. And I imagine green tea also plays a role in brain health?
Yes. Green tea contains an amino acid called L-theanine. It calms the nervous system while keeping the mind alert. Many seniors describe feeling steady focus without the jitteriness coffee can bring. Studies from Japan show seniors who drink green tea daily have slower rates of memory loss and a lower risk of dementia.
So 1 cup can soothe the nerves, sharpen the mind, and protect the heart. That's quite a list.
And there's more. Green tea also supports metabolism. Even modest daily drinking helps the body burn fat more efficiently and keeps blood sugar stable. That's vital for seniors managing weight and diabetes risk.
Incredible. And unlike supplements, this comes with no complicated instructions. Just steep, sip, and enjoy?
Exactly. And the act of preparation itself becomes medicine. The warmth of the cup, the pause it brings, the rhythm of drinking throughout the day. It lowers stress, which is itself one of the most powerful aging accelerators.
I love that. Green tea as both nourishment and mindfulness.
Yes, aging well is not only about nutrients, it's about how we live our moments. Green tea embodies both.
Beautifully said. That brings us to the 7th and final Japanese anti-aging food. Doctor, where are we heading next?
To something golden, earthy, and known for centuries in Japan as both spice and healer: turmeric.
Doctor, you've saved something golden for last. Turmeric. Most people think of it as an Indian spice. How does it connect to Japanese longevity?
In Okinawa, turmeric has been used for centuries, both as a seasoning and as a tea. The people there, who are among the longest lived in the world, drink turmeric tea daily. They believe it protects the body from fatigue and disease. Modern science now confirms what tradition always knew. Turmeric's active compound, curcumin, is one of the strongest natural anti-inflammatory agents we have.
That's fascinating. So this humble yellow root is fighting inflammation, the very force that drives aging.
Exactly. Chronic inflammation is linked to arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, even Alzheimer's. Curcumin lowers this silent fire. For seniors, that means less joint pain, better circulation, and sharper memory. Japanese studies have shown that regular turmeric use improves cognitive performance and reduces markers of oxidative stress in older adults.
That's remarkable. And I imagine the benefits aren't just inside the brain.
Correct. Turmeric also supports the liver, the body's detox center. In Okinawa, where people live past 90 with incredible vitality, turmeric tea is seen as a daily cleanse. It helps the liver process toxins more efficiently, which supports overall energy and resilience.
So, while many seniors turn to painkillers or anti-inflammatory drugs, Okinawan elders are stirring turmeric into hot water and protecting themselves naturally.
precisely. And it's simple. A teaspoon of turmeric powder steeped in hot water, sometimes with ginger or honey. The ritual itself is soothing, and the compounds reach deep into the tissues, calming inflammation before it creates damage.
That's beautiful. Golden tea protecting golden years.
Well said. And when you put turmeric alongside the other 6 foods, miso, seaweed, persimmons, natto, fatty fish, and green tea, you see the complete picture of Japanese anti-aging wisdom. Each food works on a different system, but together they create harmony. Gut, brain, heart, bones, and immunity, all supported daily by what's on the plate.
That's the lesson here. Longevity isn't about chasing miracles. It's about small daily habits, repeated with care. And these 7 foods show us that aging doesn't have to mean decline.
Exactly. Age is not just years lived. It is choices made. And with the right foods, those choices can keep the body strong and the spirit alive.